Hey everybody, welcome back to the Nerdcast. It is Devin, broadcasting as always live from an undisclosed location in the center of Texas on a pretty chill, yet tiring and rapidly cooling Tuesday evening. How's everybody doing out there? I'm doing okay myself. I'm gonna jump into Tactics Ogre a little bit later. I'm very eager to get back into that game. I'm on my grind right now. I'm doing my grinding. But first and foremost, I'm going to just kind of touch up on a few stories that I wanted to talk about. Man, today was a trying day, which is why I'm playing this boss music right now, because this was a boss fight kind of day. But I hope everybody else is doing okay out there. Let me get back to this. All right, now we're all chill. It was intense on the intro. Even my cat was getting into it, but now we're all chill. Hold on, I'm getting a message here. Oh man, yeah, so just I guess continuing on the saga of things that have been going on with Twitter. Like, I don't want to get into everything. There's too many updates. There's always new shit coming out, new things popping off, both regarding Twitter and Elon Musk. And I don't really want to get into I don't really want to get into the Elon Musk stuff. I'm sure that him being booed at Chappelle's show has been talked about at length. Oh wait, what time is it? Damn, 8:38. Yeah, I'll get it tomorrow. I'm sure him being booed has already been talked about at length, so I'm not really going to get into that. Suffice it to say, it's really, really sad to witness Dave Chappelle like completely collapsing into like a caricature of the type of person that made him flee to Africa, you know, all those years ago after Chappelle's show. You know, like it was exploiters like Elon Musk that caused Chappelle to develop the bad taste he had in his mouth, in addition to people like Elon Musk who were walking around on the streets just shouting Chappelle show catchphrases, you know, ad nauseum, without any difference to whatever, you know, the underlying social message of the slogans may be. Just randomly shouting, you know, I'm rich bitch or whatever else. I'm Rick James bitch and any kind of crazy Clayton Bigsby shit. You know, that made Chappelle, according to him at the time, feel like he was the butt of the joke rather than people laughing with him. You know, that he was like a walking minstrel show basically. Just why he fled Comedy Central and, you know, started kind of going on his own little weird retreat where he got oddly jacked. And then it all leads to this, where he just parades out like the most hated billionaire in the world for no real reason. It's not like he had something to say. He just brought him up on the stage to be like, "Hey, look, it's a rich guy." And of course, because Elon Musk in real life, not on Twitter, but in real life, is just a roundly despised human being, you know, the audience booed his ass, and rightfully so. And Chappelle, in a complete debasing of himself, just like publicly filleted Elon Musk while 10,000 plus people were actively booing the man. It was a humiliating display, to say the least. And it went viral, of course, and there's been a lot about Elon taking the videos down and, you know, taking down the Twitter accounts that posted videos and making one crazy excuse for the booing and then deleting that and coming up with some other completely stupid reason for the booing. It's just a humiliating thing altogether. But ultimately, it's one of those things that doesn't really make a difference. It's just like a pop culture talking point that you can just laugh at, you know. And you should. It's funny, and I'm glad the dude's getting fucking dick slapped by everybody. You know, and there are people out there that are genuinely worried for his mental health. I understand that. I just don't care. I don't give a shit about his mental health. He's the one person. I care about it, generally speaking. Him, he gets a special carve out for it. But more important than that, though, or maybe in my view, what I would say a little bit more interesting. Oh no, all my things need to be resized. I did the dreaded update. I wasn't wanting to, but I did end up updating to Windows 11. So if anything is a little weird, it may be a result of that. I had to reset some settings, update some drivers. A few of my settings, it looks like in OBS, may have maybe in weird resolutions and whatnot. So bear with me on that whenever I encounter it. But as I was saying, what I think is maybe a little bit more interesting and certainly more relevant than just him being booed by Chappelle is how he's managing Twitter. And how he's managing Twitter is not good. Musk's Twitter reportedly hasn't paid rent on its office spaces for weeks. In an effort to cut costs following Elon Musk's $44 billion acquisition of Twitter, the social media company has stopped paying rent, according to a report from the New York Times. Ah, that must be nice, huh? Imagine having that ability. Like, you know what? I'm kind of low on money. I'm just gonna not pay rent. I mean, I guess a lot of people have done that, but those people also like get evicted. They get, thrown into debtor's prison, and there still are debtor's prison. There are other ways, other avenues into it other than the direct you're in debt, go to jail. But the thing does exist still. Or all sorts of, they get their credit completely destroyed, which I'm imagining. I don't know. It would be interesting to see, but if you're like the, I guess, second technically richest person in the world, then your credit score doesn't matter. So like, it doesn't really matter if he's damaging the reputation on his credit, because he'll be able to, take out loans for whatever he wants virtually in perpetuity. So that doesn't even really matter to him either. Like, there's really no ramifications for him not paying bills. Like, it would be interesting. It would be certainly interesting if it resulted in, like, his office spaces being locked down by the building owners. I don't know if it'll ever come to that. Like, those sorts of consequences just seem to never come to pass when to people of a certain economic strata. Anybody else, like, if you tried to pull this shit because you're low on money, yeah, you're gonna get clapped hard. But for the richest among us, the rules need not apply, which is why he ends up being greeted with such animus and disdain when he shows up at a Chappelle concert. And by the way, I love the excuse that they were using for why all those people booed him. They were like, well, these are just the super woke San Francisco leftists and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, dude, these people were at a Dave Chappelle show. And at this point, like, the kind of super dialed in, ultra woke leftists that would boo because of, like, Dave Chappelle's tendency to make transphobic jokes, those guys are super dialed in to who Dave Chappelle is, to the point where A, they either aren't going to Chappelle shows, or B, they're going to Chappelle shows specifically to boo Dave Chappelle. And it doesn't sound like he was booed at any point in his set. He filled up that 18,000 person stadium with people that were there to see him, were happy to see him, loved to see him, and were laughing at all of his jokes, and that's not the contingent that makes up what they think is like the ultra woke, annoying leftist San Francisco, whatever they were calling these people, Chappelle at some point called them poor basically too. So I guess the poor leftists, maybe a bit of an oxymoron, but it's ridiculous that would be the thing that they would try to use to kind of paint, the people that were booing, that they were booing Elon Musk. It was a ridiculous claim. Like, those dudes were not, woke leftists or anything like that. They booed this motherfucker because they hate his ass. And for reasons like this and plenty of others. So I thought that was a pretty interesting kind of thing. He ended up deleting that tweet too. Elon Musk made a tweet where he basically said it was all leftists who were booing me, and then he ended up deleting it. So take that for whatever you will. Hey, internet is whack because of rain. I got a new PFP for Christmas, lol. Hey, what's up, Bianca? I can't see your PFP. What is that? I can't really make it out from here. My setup is not conducive to tiny images. And it just comes in as a tiny little thumbnail for me. Looks like a hot dog though. Let's see. Twitter has not paid rent for its global offices or San Francisco headquarters in weeks, the report said, as Musk's team has been trying to renegotiate the terms of the company's lease. In an effort to cut costs following Elon Musk's chaotic $44 billion acquisition of Twitter, the social media company has stopped paying rent, according to a report from the New York Times. Twitter has not paid rent for its global offices or San Francisco headquarters in weeks, the report said, as Musk's team has been trying to negotiate the terms of the company's lease. As a result, Twitter has received complaints from real estate firms such like Shorenstein, which owns the Twitter San Francisco's buildings. Representatives for Shorenstein and Musk did not immediately respond to a request for comment. Twitter no longer has a communications department. Jesus, man, what a wreck! It's basically like if it's like when those private equity firms come in and hollow out a building because, you know, they're placing shorts on it and make money off of its failure. It's almost like that. I'll DM you. Okay. Let's see. So, wolf puppy in a present box. Nice. I like it. It's cute. It should be like a husky, I think. Huskies, weenie dogs. Weenie dogs have been made into one of my favorite dogs. I used to be indifferent on them, but then I just spent like 2 years living with weenie dogs, so now they're amongst my favorite. But I've never actually been around a wolf. I just pretend that I am whenever I'm around a husky. But that's a cute PFP. I like it. Did you draw that yourself, or you pick it up from somewhere? $15, great deal. Awesome, nice. And I'm assuming that's $15 to an artist and not to an AI art bot. Oh, I posted a great video about that on my Twitter. Let me see if I can find it. I didn't actually get to listen to the video because I was actually doing work at the time and I needed it to be silent. But I read the subtitles, and the subtitles were pretty good. Let me see if I can find it. Here it is. I'm gonna watch this real quick second. Because I thought it was hilarious, even just reading it. Wait, hold on a second. Let me move my thing so that I'm not quite in the way. Actually, I'm gonna turn me off for a bit. So this is the legendary Hayao Miyazaki of Studio Ghibli being shown AI art and animation and his reaction to AI art and animation. Ugh, what the hell is that even supposed to be? Like, it's like is that supposed to be a frog? It looks like a frog. I can't tell quite what it is. Whatever, actually, I mean, it looks bipedal, I guess, but whatever it's supposed to be, I don't understand why they thought this would be a good idea to showcase something this ugly to Miyazaki, of all people. I would be embarrassed to showcase this to my little nieces and nephews, let alone like the greatest living animator or greatest animator of all time, even in some people's eyes.
早く移動するっていうのを学習させたやつなんですね。これ頭を使って移動してるんですけど、基本痛覚とかないし、頭が大事とかっていう概念がないんで、だからもう頭をもう普通の足のように。
It uses its head like legs. The movement is so creepy it could be applied to a zombie video games. Oh god, that's terrifying. Artificial intelligence could wait, hold on. An artificial intelligence could present us grotesque movements. This is what we have been working on. This is the face of a very disturbed individual. Like he is not appreciating what he's witnessing here. Every morning, not recent days, but I see my friend who has a disability. That's a terrible start. If you're like one of these dudes working on this AI stuff and you show it to like the greatest animator to ever live, and like his opening remarks for commenting on your like hard ass work is every morning, not recent days, but I see my friend who has a disability. Like, you know you're in for some shit. You're about to get hit with some heavy, heavy shit. It's so hard for him just to do a high five. His arm, wait, hold on. What did he say? To do a high five. His arm with stiff muscles reaching out to my hand. Now, thinking of him, I can't watch this stuff and find interesting. Whoever creates this stuff has no idea what pain is or whatever. I am utterly disgusted. Jesus, I am utterly disgusted. Well, first of all, I can't watch this stuff and find it interesting that's the lightest thing he could have said. It's still kind of devastating. It's like, oh, he doesn't find the thing that we worked hard on and was excited to show him interesting. That's hard. That's tough. But it only goes downhill from there. Whoever creates this stuff has no idea what pain is or whatsoever. So, Jesus, that's like a direct affront to... That's directly questioning the humanity of the people who even created this. I am utterly disgusted. If you really want to make creepy stuff, you can go ahead and do it. I would never wish to incorporate this technology into my work at all. I strongly feel that this is an insult to life itself. Oh my god. And he leaned in. He leaned in to say that. Like, he really wanted to make sure that the poor sap sitting across the table from him understood how important this point he is saying is to him. He needed to lean in and say, I strongly feel that this is an insult to life itself. And look at these guys. All they could do is sit there and take it. All these guys can do is just sit there and look at the dejected looks on their faces. Like, these guys, what did they think was going to happen? What did they really think was going to happen when they showed this to Miyazaki? Like, they couldn't have expected that it was going to go any other way than this. Miyazaki is a famous curmudgeon. He is famous for being a curmudgeon, even outside of, like, you know, his animations. Ah, this guy's devastated. Look, he's struggling to find the words. Oh, he's struggling to find the words. Man, you should just don't even respond. Just pack it up. Just say thank you for your time and bow and leave. That's pretty much the only thing you could do now to save face. This is just our experiment. We don't mean to do anything by showing it to the world. And then a producer at the studio, Suzuki, says, so what is your goal? So even this guy, he's getting in on it. He's tag teaming. He's like, so what is your goal? What are you doing here? Why are you wasting our time? Well, we would like to build a machine that can draw pictures like humans do. Why even admit that to these guys? Why even admit that? Like, I'm not gonna sit here and pretend to be a body language expert, but I could just sense from this guy's shoulders being up a little that he's kind of like, I don't know if I want to go so far as to admit this, but we kind of want to take your jobs. We want a soulless machine to steal your jobs of being artists. Oh, he wants look at that. Look at the murder in his eye. He wants to do a murder so bad right now. He wants to do a multiple murder so bad right now. They got the close up on him too. They zoomed in to catch all of his pores. I feel like we are nearing to the end of times. We humans are losing faith in ourselves. I mean, that is a takeaway. That is certainly the advent of AI art and AI in general. AI being used to do all sorts of things. AI being used to do script writing. AI being used to do programming. The advent of AI definitely feels to me like I don't know if I entirely share the sentiment, but I feel like I get where it's coming from, and I feel like it might not be too far off the point. I feel like we are nearing to the end of times. We humans are losing faith in ourselves. I think that's probably the truest statement, the truest and saddest statement anyone has ever made about the state of humanity in the new millennium. I think it's pretty much since, yeah, it seems like 2000 is when everything started to turn. Maybe something did happen at the turn of the century. I don't know. It's brutal though, but I found this video to be both hilarious. Well, I can't say both. I find it to be three things: hilarious, insightful, and deeply sad. Deeply sad. So that's what the AI. I was making a throwaway joke with that AI comment, but it just reminded me of that, and I posted actually on one of my social medias. I posted that for years I'd been looking for an artist to do art for a comic that I had written, and it came up on my YouTube algorithm a tutorial on how to use Midjourney to create comic panels, like create characters that you can save and then pose and do all this sort of stuff. It was a remarkably powerful tool for certain, and it could generate an incredible amount of crazy cool looks. And I'm looking at it like, man, do I really want to go down that route? Like, I don't want to. It's hard to find an artist, and I don't blame a lot of artists for not wanting to jump into doing art for comics, because it is a heavy lift. But my only choice, it seems to me, in getting this done would be using something like this. And I posted that, and several people reached out to me interested in doing art. So I'm actually talking to a regular here in the stream, Royale, who is I've known her for years, and I like her art. She's a great artist. She's interested. She's doing some sketches, I believe, that for right now that I'll be able to take a look at some point soon. So hopefully I'll be able to stave off having to resign myself to our inevitable AI overlords. But for now, the march is going on sturdy and strong. And it sucks because I really do wonder how much of an impact this stuff is going to have on people's jobs, because when AI art first appeared, it was like, oh, this is rudimentary, but it's not so rudimentary anymore. There are still some things it struggles with, hands, of course. Even machines can't draw hands, but it's getting better. At a certain point, it will succeed. So there is that little aside. My favorite is Whippets. Commission. Good. I'm happy that you commissioned it. Never AI. Well, never say never is all I'm saying. It might come to pass. I saw this Miyazaki thing years ago, but never understood what it was about till now. Yeah. I mean, again, rudimentary years ago, but who knows how advanced that little demo they were working on has become now. Anyways, back to the Twitter stuff. Musk said Twitter suffered, quote, a massive drop in revenue in the days following his $44 billion acquisition of the company. Without providing any figures or evidence, he claimed in a tweet that the revenue drop was the result of activist groups putting pressure on advertisers. Though many companies did pause advertising on Twitter, some major advertising giants like Apple and Amazon have resumed spending on the platform. Musk has also revamped Twitter's subscription service, Twitter Blue, with the hope of generating fresh revenue for the company. The service launched Monday, and Musk pulled and delayed the launch in November. After Musk pulled and delayed the launch in November. Twitter Blue costs $8 a month for web users and $11 a month for iOS users who purchase it through Apple Store. The $3 iOS price difference reflects Musk's recent gripes about Apple's 30% cut in all digital sales made through apps. Subscribers with a verified phone number will receive a blue check mark once their account is reviewed and approved, Twitter said in a tweet Saturday. I wonder what that approval process looks like. And what happens when you're not approved? I'm assuming you get a refund, but I wonder what that approval process looks like. My general understanding was that pretty much if you have a bank account, you're approved. Blue users will also be able to edit tweets and get early access to new features. The company says Blue Scroll, all right. We all know about Twitter Blue. Musk has been a vocal critic of Twitter's previous system. Okay, whatever. That's just all. This whole thing turns into an ad for Twitter towards the end. But it is interesting that Twitter can just not pay, its major bills, and everyone's just kind of cool with it. Like, hey man, that's kind of a dick move. That's pretty much that sums up pretty much the response to him not paying rent, which is markedly different than if you decided to not pay rent. All right, so sorry, I'm just checking up on some stuff here. Oh Lord, can't click on that article for certain. Let's see. Oh yeah, this dropped on Netflix. Speaking of animation, oh boy. Let me so admittedly, I haven't watched all of it just yet. I don't know if I'll make it. I don't know if I'll survive the effort to watch all of this. I've seen the first 2 episodes, but just to give a general sense of where I am on this show. Oh, why did that? 6 minutes into the new Dragon Age anime on Netflix, and already I'm asking myself, what lame-ass friendless middle schooler is living out there? I wish I was cool fantasy with this. I get secondhand embarrassment watching shit like this, but man, I do like Dragon Age. So, yeah, it's tough. This is a tough watch for me. Like, I really wanted to get into it. Okay, so just a brief history of me with Dragon Age. I worked on the first Dragon Age. It's not represented on my wall here. I have the poster that I want to frame somewhere. I don't know where I'll put it in this room, but the first Dragon Age still ranks as one of my favorite RPGs. Like, the combat system was good. I loved the character trees, the class trees, and all that. I loved the branching dialogue. The characters were all great. I liked the story with the Grey Wardens and the Blight and all of that. That was cool. The whole Lothar and all of that was cool. There was a lot to like about the very first Dragon Age. So, like, because of that, and I loved what they did with, like, the the city elves and the Dalish elves and all of that. Like, that was all really cool too. Lots of great social commentary baked into the plot. Really well thought out. Really, they put a lot of thought into a lot of the writing in it. It showed. Dragon Age 2, not quite so much. I've been meaning to play it again. I haven't played it since its release, and it was almost universally panned on its launch. I really want to see if it's as bad as I remember everybody saying it was. I didn't think it was awful at the time, but I didn't think it was good either. It certainly disappointed me as a follow-up to Dragon Age. I remember having to revisit the same dungeon over and over again, and the combat being more action-based rather than a strategic and role-playing like. But I do want to go back and play it at some point to see if the memories serve. Dragon Age Inquisition was a mess of a game. That game was super scattered. There were some things I liked about it, but the core game itself was just an unholy nightmare. It was basically, we're just gonna throw you into this environment. It wasn't open world. You loaded into different environments like the hinterlands and all that sort of stuff. And then once you get into the environment, you just get a literal shit ton of waypoints dumped on you. And it's all fetch quests. You got to close X amount of rifts, kill X amount of this, gather X amount of that. And there wasn't really any kind of narrative that strung you through those environments. You just had to go and do a bunch of busy work before you can reconvene back at your little war table. And it got lame. I did beat that game. There was a lot to like about it. The story wasn't the worst. The characters were pretty good. I like Silas, I think his name was, and the reveal at the end. The reveal with Silas was very unexpected for me, and it was really cool. And it's a part of why I'm looking forward to the next Dragon Age game. But it wasn't really the game itself. Like, the core gameplay, the combat was better, but it was just too repetitive. It wasn't interesting, going into these worlds and just doing repetitive fetch quests and busy work. So I was let down by Dragon Age Inquisition 2. So it's 1 and 2 in my record book. But that one that hits hard. So when this popped up on Netflix, I was like, oh, I'm gonna give this a watch. It's tough. And a part of me wonders if, like, some of my criticism, so it just tries too hard to be cool. It tries way too hard to be cool. I'm not gonna go into this article because, I haven't watched enough to make judgments yet on like, first of all, this is very spoilery. And I'm not necessarily worried about spoilers because I don't really care for the story so far as it's telling me, but I just haven't watched enough to come to a final conclusion on it. I will say that, like, if you're a fan of animation, the animation's pretty good. Like, you'll get some fights where it's like, oh, okay, they actually spent money on this. It still looks a little ridiculous. There's a quality to this art that makes it look like it's obviously, like, it's anime, but it feels like it's American anime. It's not. It was done by Red Dog, I believe they call themselves, Korean animation house, but it just looks fairly generic. Like, it just looks a little generic. And the characters, all the dudes smirk. They all have, like, that cocky anime smirk. This character is just insufferable. She's the main. She's the lead. Can't remember her name. Don't really know if I want to know it. She's just, like, a completely insufferable character. But, like, they kind of craft her to be, like, it's almost like they wanted her to be, like, the female equivalent of, like, the hard-edged, edgy, sort of gruff, weight of the world is on my back, like loner type, dude, of the Snake Plissken or Geralt of Rivia or that kind of ilk, but it doesn't. They don't understand. I get the sense they don't understand what makes those characters interesting. And I feel like a part of my critique would probably be criticized itself as being, well, you just feel that because it's a woman in this role and not a man, and that's your implicit misogyny making that decision, making that determination. For which I would be like, okay, maybe, but Jessica Jones is an excellent example of it done really, really well. She's the same kind of character, and it doesn't come off as being so incredibly cringy and edgelordy. Like, this has a very cringy edgelord kind of quality, and it just makes it feel so lame to me. It's so fucking lame. Like, it's tough to watch for that reason. And it's not just this character. These two characters also. This guy in particular is a pretty rough sell. And it almost feels like this was. There are certain moments where, like, minor spoiler, I guess. They unleash a demon for some reason, and then they end up fighting it and killing it. And when he kills it, like, because the demon's going after some artifact, and he's about to grab it, and then he kills it, and the artifact falls. And, like, the guy is just sitting there in, like, this ridiculous pose with his hand out while the artifact falls right to his hand. And I'm looking at this, and I'm like, this is almost like parody. Like, are they purposely making fun of cheesy generic anime, or did they animate this thinking, yeah, this looks cool, people are really gonna love this guy? It was just so pathetic. Like, this, and the episodes I've watched were chock full of whack shit like that. So it's just super cheesy. I guess if you're like maybe 12 and this is like the first anime you ever watch, you'll probably really like it. But for me, no, it just doesn't do the trick. I'm gonna watch a few more episodes though. I'll at least watch 4. I've only watched 2. I'll at least watch 4 before I decide to bail. But so far, this is feeling like it's erring on the side of giving me giving Dragon Age a 1-3 record with me. That 1 still hits though. So disappointing. It's such a bad show. Speaking of bad shows, one that's not out yet but has already started garnering some pretty not so hot reviews. The Witcher, Blood Origin. Lord Almighty, here we go. This is the second Witcher property that doesn't feature Henry Cavill. The first one being the anime, Nightmare of the Wolf. Nightmare of the Wolf actually was kind of cool. Speaking of, again, it kind of fits in the same vein as Dragon Age does, in that it's the same kind of animation where, it looks kind of like a generic American facsimile of what they think anime looks like. It has the same, problem with, all the male characters smirk. That was one thing that annoyed me about Nightmare of the Wolf, is that in every scene, Vesemir was smirking coolly to the camera. And it's like, oh, come on, guys. And his fucking alt-right haircut and everything. But, the movie itself was actually pretty well written. Had some pretty cool moments. The animation was really good. And, it was generally... Well, not generally. It actually is probably the best thing that... Generally, actually, probably. It's the best Witcher adaptation on Netflix right now. More so than the 2 seasons. And it sounds like more so than this when this drops on Christmas. 42%, only based on 12 reviews, so who knows, maybe when more reviews roll in, this will tick up a bit. But the critic consensus, based off of these 12 reviews: a shallow excavation of ancient lore from Andrzej Sapkowski's fantasy series, Blood Origin shares ancestral DNA with The Witcher, but little of what makes the Mothership series memorable. Oof. It's a tough one. That's a tough one. I'm watching Cuphead at the moment. Airbender was by a Korean team. Yeah, like, I'm not saying that Korean animation houses can't get the job done. By no stretch of the imagination am I saying that. And Avatar is a fucking amazing classic. Yeah. But, you know, when it misses, it misses. So all like is what you're saying. Well, if you're into that style of anime, then by all means, knock yourself out. Maybe you'll love it. Give it a shot. Maybe you'll love it. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm too cynical. Maybe I'm too cynical and jaded to appreciate it. You know, I do have a certain amount of gray in my beard. I grew up in a totally different era of anime. I'm referencing the Twitter account a lot tonight, but I'm gonna go back to my Twitter. I'm gonna go back to my Twitter just to give you a sense of the era of anime I'm representing here. You know, I'm not representing the Zoomer animation here. I'm coming straight from the Bean Bandit school. Riding Bean is one of my all-time favorites. I even cosplayed Bean Bandit once. I posted this old picture. This is years and years ago, of me cosplaying Bean Bandit from Riding Bean after this was posted. This little clip of people being like, what is this? This looks like Gunsmith Cats. And it's like, well, yeah, this is where Gunsmith Cats came from. This was a pilot for Bean Bandit, Riding Bean, that never really progressed past just the pilot, but they did develop the spinoff, Gunsmith Cats, which became a very popular series. And Bean Bandit actually made some appearances in that show. 1 second. No, it was like a fun fact. You like quality, that's why. Okay, thank you. I appreciate that. I would like to think that I like quality, but let's be real. I probably like my fair share of bullshit too. Maybe this sucks. Maybe Riding Bean sucks. I would recommend you track it down for yourself. Watch it. See if you like it. See if it sucks. I think Riding Bean is awesome. 1989. This is quality animation here. I miss anime that looks like this. I just love this look. I miss cel-drawn animation. I miss this really cool 80s aesthetic. Like, this is just good animation right here. I don't know if this is like the right word for it, but it feels real. It feels real. It feels more tactile. It's a weird way to describe anime, but I need to track this down and rewatch it myself, to be honest. I love that series, though. New anime to watch. Yes, track it down and give it a shot. Think I like trash too much? Hey, like whatever you like is all I'm saying. Like whatever you like, but if I come across something I don't like, I'm not gonna shy away from expressing my disdain. I will happily dislike what I dislike. Well, maybe not happily. Yeah, it depends. Sometimes I'll be happy about it, sometimes I won't. Right? Digital is not bad, but it loses the this effect. Yeah, it lost too much of that charm. That has a charm to it. It has a certain amount of charm to it that I really miss, and I wish we could get back. Let me take one of these bad boys before I forget. The Witcher, Blood Origin isn't a great sign for a post-Henry Cavill future. There are no rules and very little Witcher in this miniseries. Again, that was one of Justin's chief complaints about The Witcher season 1 and 2, is that it's called The Witcher and there's very little Witcher in it. Like, there's very little Geralt in season 1. There's a little bit more Geralt in season 2, but still not quite that much. So it's like, for a property that is based on The Witcher, why aren't we ever getting our fair share of The Witcher? Around this time last year, Netflix's Witcher universe was on a hot streak. Even with some missteps in season 2, well, quite a bit in my opinion, the series produced one of its best episodes ever. Yes, the very first episode, I'm assuming, is what this link is to. If this link isn't to the very first episode of season 2, then I'm going to disregard everything else this article says. Yes, this is the episode they're talking about. Best episode of The Witcher ever. Okay, I can continue with this article then. Keep your hands off what? Ezokin? I don't even know what that is. It's hand-drawn 2D from a few years ago. Oh, okay, cool. I'll look that up. I'll definitely Google that. Who did the animation? Like, is it available to watch anywhere? Even with some missteps in season 2, the series produced one of its best episodes ever, made smart work of even the franchise's more twisted reveals. What is that all about? Oh, that. Okay, yeah. And teed up spinoffs galore. Then last month, the news broke. Henry Cavill, the actual Superman who brought gravitas to the role of Geralt, would be replaced by Hunger Games actor Liam Hemsworth. Still, like so many shows, it seemed possible The Witcher could live on. After all, what was a single actor to a multiverse, especially one with a highly touted prequel just over a month away? But the intense scrutiny makes each new step in the Witcher universe feel heavier, even if there's already been a first foray outside of the original show with The Nightmare of the Wolf, the animated movie about Geralt's mentor. Yes, I already mentioned that. That was a Geralt-less Witcher that's actually the best Witcher property on Netflix, ironically. And unfortunately, The Witcher Blood Origin is the worst case scenario, a profoundly messy and unappealing series that casts doubt on the world of The Witcher's potential in a post-Cavill era. It's interesting that they're examining this from the lens of Henry Cavill, considering that he isn't involved in it as an actor, and I don't even think as like an executive producer. Is he? I mean, he certainly seemed like he wanted to be one on the show, as, you know, the lore runner at least, maybe a writer, but he doesn't have any involvement in it, so... But I guess that's the point they're making. Like, Henry Cavill served as the lore runner of that show, or the lore keeper on that show, on that set, for the shows that he was involved with, and was a major part of what made the parts of those seasons work. And now he's not going to be there. And if we want to get a sneak peek of what, you know, live action steeped in Witcher adjacent lore looks like without Henry Cavill to really bring it all in together, I guess this is it. I guess that's why we're examining this from the lens of Henry Cavill, or rather the lens of a post Cavill era. I don't think there are any. If there were any spoilers in this, I think they would call them out. I'm probably not going to read this whole thing because it's pretty lengthy, but I want to at least skim it. Set 1,200 years before Geralt and Ciri's unorthodox father-daughter relationship, Blood Origin covers some of the universe's most important events, like the creation of the first Witcher and the conjunction of the spheres, when the world's elves, men, and monsters merged into one. For those less invested in Witcher lore, its trailer also promised Michelle Yeoh as a sword master, which should drastically improve the potential of almost any property. Yeah, I would say that, like, and I love Michelle Yeoh. I think she's awesome, and I've liked her ever since, you know, those old Hong Kong action movies of the 80s. Yes, madam. Yes, madam. Her and Cynthia Rothrock. It's on Amazon Prime, I believe. Watch it if you haven't, because that's a fantastic movie. She is awesome, and she's I mean, I think she's better than Henry Cavill as far as both, you know, her physical ability as a martial artist and her acting capability. Watch Everything Everywhere All at Once. She puts in an amazing performance in that. Like, do not underestimate her. And that's a part of why I was willing to be okay. Like, when I first heard about this as like the concept of it as a spinoff, I was like, I don't know. It seems like you're kind of wasting your time and your resources on this. But when they said that she was attached to it, I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna give it a shot then, because it could actually be really cool. So, you know, one in, one out. You know, we may not have Cavill, but at least she's involved in this at this point. Sounds like it wasn't enough to save this series, though. The actual thrust of Blood Origin story lies elsewhere, though. Ellie, Sophie Brown, is an elite elf warrior from the Raven clan who's turned her back on her life fighting in favor of being a wandering bard. But trouble on the continent pulls her back on the blade, throwing her together with Fjall, Lawrence O'Farren, a warrior elf from the rival Dog clan. As the two untangle the larger war they've stumbled into, they pull together a band of merry adventurers, including Meldoff, Francis Mills, a dwarf with a hammer and a proverbial axe to grind, Brother Death, Hugh Novelli, a warrior with a bloodied past, call him Brother Death, and Yo Sien, a unrivaled fighter who wants to retrieve a sword sacred to her people. Awaiting them in the capital city is the villainous Chief Sage Baelor, who seeks more powerful magic to conquer other worlds, and Princess Merwin, an elf ruler desperate to leave the confines of patriarchal monarchy. Okay, well, I guess that's the setup for the show then, in a nutshell. Fairly generic sounding, to be honest. In other words, Blood Origin has a lot going on, especially for just 4 episodes. It's only 4 episodes? Damn, that's a mini-series. A mini-series. In other words, Blood Origin has going on, especially for just 4 episodes, in order cut down from the reportedly 6 that were planned and shot. Oh, so wait, they shot 6 episodes? Those episodes existed. They shot 6 episodes and then cut it down to 4. It's never a good sign. And yet, Ellie and Fjall are the heart of the story, and where it seems start to show, if not fully come apart. As we watch their relationship grow from uneasy allies to comrades in arms, it's clear that the series has no time or care for meaningful stakes or emotions. We don't know anything about these characters at all, and once backstory gets filled in, it feels sloppy and late, so removed from the through line of their narrative as to reveal how little any of the details actually... Okay, so it sounds like... I don't know why 4 episodes. They just talked about like fucking 6 characters, right? They had Ellie, they have Fjall, they have Meldoff, they have Brother Death, they have Yao, and then they have Chief Sage Baelor, and then Princess Mir. That's what, 8 characters? You're trying to grind through 8 characters in 4 episodes? Yeah, you're gonna leave some shit on the cutting room floor. The band of warriors, the duo recruits to their cause, each come with their own backstory too, but often those seem to exist purely to tell the audience about, and that's it. Magical twins Sindril and Zachary cry over a tragic event in their past. That's the extent of their impact. When Ellie promises Cien a chance to reclaim the sacred sword of her people, it's introduced in a conversation with no explanation for how Ellie would even know it was gone. Meldoff's whole quest is satisfied in her first 2 introductory seeds, and it could have been done in just 1. Yikes. In a stronger show, this could have been fascinating implication of the larger world and histories we don't see, or telling details about how insubstantial these conflicts really are, or even just a slight error to hand wave away. Here, they all just feel like clear mismanagement, a sign of how much was confoundingly edited out to muscle the story to its endpoint. Oh, that doesn't sound good. None of this has to be a destiny for the franchise. The Star Wars prequel series has its defenders, well, I mean, yeah, who appreciated the interesting ideas one can unearth in George Lucas's messy execution. It also took a generation of people who watched those movies when they were like 5 to grow up into their 30s to defend it to their dying day in order for that to happen. So, you know, I guess maybe in that same vein, people who watched Witcher Blood Origin, you know, as 6-year-olds will defend it, you know, endlessly 30 years from now. But Blood Origin doesn't offer the same pleasures, even from the prequel perspective. It indulges so much telling that it forgets to show why the big Witcher universe even matters to the story. Most of its revelations are sidelined or edited to the point of tatters, forcing the beats to be explained through a voiceover being told to Jaskier. What? Jaskier's in this? Being told to Jaskier in the Witcher's timeline. The result is that characters can't make the case for themselves, and the bigger prequel implications never add anything new or substantive about the world we're supposed to be seeing the origins of. Worse still, it highlights just how little the audience needs any of this, and how detrimental it could be to deeply mine the franchise's nooks and crannies. How thin the universe of The Witcher's high fantasy can feel when not anchored by some larger intensity. The world of The Witcher was never its selling point. That's the thing. It's so weird that the world of The Witcher isn't interesting, to me at least. What makes The Witcher interesting to me are the monster hunting, the investigation that a Witcher has to do. It's a hard-boiled detective story. It's like Jessica Jones, to bring her up again. Like, it's about, oh, there's a case I have to solve. But, you know, it's not like, oh, it's a cheating husband, or, oh, what's going on with, you know, this guy in a purple suit and blah, blah, blah. You know, it's not that kind of mystery that needs to be solved. It's these peasants say that a monster is stealing their grain. Well, it's probably just, you know, bandits or whatever, or maybe some other peasants that are stealing from them, but they hired me, so I'm going to investigate. I need to figure out what's actually going on with these peasants. Oh, these look like Necker tracks or whatever it may be. And then, oh wait, these Necker tracks suddenly turn into human tracks. So what's going on here? I need to investigate this further. Like, and then unraveling a mystery that's steeped in dark fantasy. That was the cool part about it. It was a hard-boiled detective narrative told in a dark fantasy setting. So it wasn't like he's on the streets of New York or Chicago or something. He's not like wearing a trench coat in a neo-noir while some jazz saxophone music plays, and then she walked in and blah, blah, blah. No, it was all about dark fantasy. Hard-boiled detective and dark fantasy. That's what made it cool. And then like the litany of monsters that he would encounter, like in the show or in the books. Like the books had shit that the books had shit that the games didn't really allude to, or the games alluded to but didn't show. You know, like the mermaid, the story with the mermaid. You know, Geralt communicates with mermaids and shit. You know, and you know there are drowners and, you know, Zoogles and, you know, obviously the Striga, which they did show in the first season. And a lot of these creatures come, you know, from curses, and that's another fascinating part about the world of The Witcher, is that there's so much involved with, like, so much Eastern European influence, obviously, as it's written by, you know, a dude from Poland, you know, where you get all of this cursed Latin mythos, and you start understanding, oh, okay, like, this is a result of a curse that was placed on them by XYZ, and then you have to figure out, how do you undo the curse? Can it be undone? Etc., etc. Like, that stuff's interesting to me. Like, it's literally the backbone for so many, you know, well done, prominent, you know, stories on you know, on syndicated television, Bones or X-Files, or, you know, anything like that, where it's like there's this supernatural mystery that we need to solve. Only Bones or X-Files or even Supernatural, those are all contemporary. Like, what made The Witcher special was it was that motif in a dark fantasy setting, with magic and shit. And that's the thing that these people just don't get. Like, the world of The Witcher isn't that interesting outside of that. Like, the kingdoms, Redania and Kovir and Rivia and Lyria. Like, that shit's not interesting. Nobody cares about any of those places. Or I should say nobody outside of the countries that those places were influenced with. I've said similar things on videos before, and then people from those parts of the world would message me like, I don't see how you can say that. Like, I find it deeply fascinating. It's just like the history of blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, okay, I'm sorry. As an American, I'm speaking with a Westoid brain. To me, it's not as fascinating. I think to a lot of people, it's probably not as fascinating. But I'm sure that to people who are interested in, that kind of history, it's fascinating. But it's not the draw of the series in any stretch of the imagination. It's not. And it's just a complete and total failure to understand what makes The Witcher appealing that causes these efforts to adapt it into television to fail repeatedly. And I think this guy's comment here, just really underscores the sadness of it. It highlights just how little the audience needs any of this. It's like, damn it. Of course I don't need a Witcher show. I wanted one. I was excited when it was announced. I can live without it. That sucks too, because I wanted it to be cool. Sure, there's elves and dwarves and goblins and mages. There are scary monsters that want to eat you and magical prophecies. In The Witcher, we get the sense that our understanding of these things is limited and serves the parts of it we need to know. They're smaller pieces of a larger, more expansive world, suggesting a richer story if only we had the time to look that way. But when Blood Origins creators use elves interchangeably with humans, its corner of the universe loses any remaining distinction. What is the difference between elf and human in The Witcher? Magic, strength, ears? With Blood Origin, it seems to be nothing. And if there's nothing fundamentally different about these creatures, their world, or their problems, then what does it matter that their sphere gets conjunction junction with all the other main with that other main world? Yeah, that's a fair point to ask. There are deeper answers in the wider Witcher lore, perhaps, but Blood Origin is so interested in being a self-contained story that it seems actively unable to sit next to the other properties. While Nightmare of the Wolf felt a bit insubstantial when held against The Witcher's consideration of monstrosity or Yennefer's longing for motherhood, it still coherently wrestles with the deeper conundrums of Witcher lore. And ultimately, it manages to at least provide a window into an important chapter of the history of The Witcher. Blood Origin, in contrast, seems only capable of having that conversation poorly at best, loosening the rules of the universe to the point of incoherence. In a fantasy world like The Witcher's, those bounds are a part of what sets it apart. We need to know that chaos magic comes at an extreme cost, but nothing in the text of Blood Origin elucidates what makes Baelor's invocation of it different from what he was doing before. While his grander ambition of conquering other cultures are standard enough, the finer points of his perspective fall by the wayside, flattening his and everybody else's battles. Oh man, this guy is really getting maybe a bit overly scholarly with his criticisms here. I was gonna send you who did the hand-drawn art anime, but it's been a couple years, so I can't find the specific video. Oh, that's okay. I'll look it up. I'll find it somehow. Cool or accurate? Wait, what is that? What do you mean by cool or accurate? What is that in reference to? All right, let's just sum it up here with this last little bit. Blood Origin exists as the opposite of that. A world with no defining fantasy characteristics, a multiverse even Michelle Yeoh can't rescue. it is a textureless world populated by generic archetypes fighting to get from point A to point B because the plot wills it. The problems are deeper than not having a star to root for, to root in the world. The Witcher Blood Origin ultimately falls victim to the risk any multiverse, and there are many runs when it too greedily expands, losing what makes it special. Blood Origin has no time for consideration of what makes the Witcher universe unique or meaningful at all, leaving it just as muddled, leaving it as just a muddled, reckless attempt to get more Witcher stuff out the door. If there's hope for the Witcher to survive losing a star and build itself in a bigger universe, it's going to have to make a better case than this. Whew. That'll be live on Netflix on Christmas, December 25th. Not a good sign. That's not a good sign. %, which is an improvement, actually. When I first saw it, it was like 23%. So, you know, it's moved up a little bit. All right. And finally, now, if you've not seen RRR, I highly recommend watching it. This movie was an awesome spectacle to behold. And I'm kind of sad. Like, it was playing in the theaters here for a little while. Not in a lot. There were just a few theaters in Austin that were showing it. And I really wanted to go watch it in a theater. I had no expectation of the movie. The only thing, I hadn't watched a trailer. I hadn't read a review. The only thing I heard about it was that, you know, it looked really good and, you know, it was fun to watch. That was the only two things I heard about the movie. And I was like, oh, I'm not sure. I'll go see it in the theater. You know, I want to get beyond the point of going to, I want to get to the point of getting beyond, you know, just seeing superhero movies in theaters. I like watching, you know, non-superhero movies in theaters and stuff like that too, obviously. So I wanted to, but I never got around to it. I missed it. Actually, you know what? I bought tickets even. So I'm happy about that. I contributed to their box office. I bought tickets, but I couldn't, something came up and I couldn't actually go see the show. So that bummed me out. But then it came on Netflix, and I think it is still on Netflix. Yes, it's called RRR. That's the title, RRR. And when I watched it on Netflix, it was probably the most fun I have watching a movie in a long, long time. It is a great movie from top to bottom. It's long. It's a long movie, but it never feels long. You're aware of the time, but it never feels like it drags. And like the action sequences, as you could tell just from even this little screenshot, are just so wild and over the top. I highly recommend watching it if you haven't watched it. RRR director S.S. Rajamouli, I think that's how it's pronounced, but I could be butchering it horribly. Rajamouli? To save movie theaters, we have to deliver. There's no reason the Avengers couldn't fight and dance, says the man who knows what he's talking about. The dance battle sequence in RRR, like, I'm not a big fan of musicals or dance numbers or anything like that. Just never really stuck with me. Not a huge fan of that sort of thing. The dance number in RRR was a fucking joy to watch. I loved it. I loved it so much. It's probably in a movie that's full of really awesome moments, it's probably the best part of that movie, to be honest. It is great. So, you know, as a microcosm of you know, the awesome things about that movie, that stands out. What's it stand for? I forget what it actually stands for, but I mean, it's just called RRR. The movie actually reveals to you what the 3 R's stand for as it develops. So, let's see. Of all blockbuster movies released in 2022, few have swept up audiences quite like director S.S. Rajamouli's RRR. Since its release in March, the rhapsodic Telugu language action drama, which fictionalizes the triumphs of Indian revolutionaries Alluri Sitarama Raju and Komaran Bhim in superheroic fashion, has become the 4th highest grossing Indian film of all time and a breakthrough hit around the world. The epic has toured the United States, Europe, and Asia, mesmerizing audiences with its blend of fight sequences, dance numbers, unflinching drama, and movie star performances. There's nothing quite like RRR, evidenced by sold-out screenings, roaring audiences, and questions from the industry on how to siphon the movie's energy. It's no surprise that earlier this year, Rajamouli was signed by an American agency with an eye toward a Hollywood project. He should stay away. Don't do that, man. They'll just rip you. Stay away. Keep doing what you're doing. RRR justifies the big screen experience at a time when big screen experience's future has never been less clear. So we wondered, what do movies and movie theaters look like in the next 10 years? How do they survive? To celebrate Polygon's 10th anniversary, next 10. Consideration of what games and entertainment will be like over the next decade. From some of our favorite artists and writers. Here, Rajamouli reflects on the success of RRR, the importance of theatrical exhibition, and what it really takes to blow the roof off an auditorium. Okay, so I guess this was written by S.S. Rajamouli. That's cool. How long is this? I don't know if I want to read the whole thing. I just want to get the excerpt of This movie is such a Zack Snyder movie. It's the movie that Zack Snyder wishes he was talented enough to make. A movie theater is like a temple. The other day I went to the Music Box Theater in Chicago and I almost had tears. It was such a great feeling. I never imagined being there with RRR, but also it was exactly what I always imagined. For me, the theaters come first, but what does the future hold for movie theaters? I would like to think that they will thrive and prosper, even though at present time it doesn't seem so. Which is a bummer. I go to the movies pretty often. I try at least, but it's expensive. I get it, it's expensive, and inflation comes for us all. When you watch a film in a theater, it's not just about the film itself, and it's not even about the great quality picture or the surround. It is about the communal experience. You experience a particular emotion with a lot of other people. There is a kind of synergy that exists in a theater that doesn't happen in your home, or, well, it kind of does, but it's a different kind of feeling, or go on a personal device. The experience can't be replicated, and while OTTs can offer competition, they will strive because there's no other option. I don't know what OTTs are. What's an OTT? But you see that, but that's exactly why. Whenever I was doing my Marvel ratings, I always place Avengers Endgame really high on my list. And I do that not because I think the movie itself is particularly, that good. I think it's a pretty decent movie. But the reason why I rank it so high is because it gave me the most incredible theater-going experience I've ever had in my life, and it'll never be replicated. I don't think my experience watching Endgame will ever be replicated, again in my lifetime. If it is, then holy shit, whatever that movie is, I can't wait. Because I wasn't expecting it from Endgame either. I wasn't expecting to be sharing an intense emotional moment with a theater full of super enthusiastic people. Cheering and yelling and jumping out the seat and crying and openly weeping and all of that, like the whole gamut of emotions. It was crazy. It was crazy. And like it influences you. Like some other people having, a reaction influences your reaction. It was I don't think I'm going to experience that anymore. I hope to, but I hope to, but I don't know. I doubt it. Over the top? Wait, maybe. Like that Sylvester Stallone arm wrestling movie? I could see how that movie influenced this one. You think that might be a little over the top? I also like how this movie really put fat-faced heroes on the map. Fat-faced protagonists don't get enough love, so I'm glad that this dude is representing us out there. The fear of the movie theater going away exists everywhere. Post-pandemic, we have seen a decrease in people coming to the theaters, not just in the US, not just in India, but across the world. But we are also seeing increased numbers as the fear of the pandemic slowly subsides. Still, there are kids who are growing up watching entertainment on their personal devices, and bringing them to theater is a challenge. But the global industry has to accept that it is a challenge. We have to actually think about how to get them to theaters. We need to think in terms of filmmakers. We need exhibitors to think about how to make environments more enticing for them to come and watch the movie. We need to do those exercises. Just hoping won't help. These days, American and Indian movie theaters are almost 99% similar. But one major difference, at least for my film, is we have an intermission. We break the film. That would be nice for some movies. I think that The Hateful Eight and Grindhouse had intermissions. I can't remember any other recent examples. We break the film into two parts, and every film, whether it's small or big, has an intermission in the middle that allow people to go out, rest a while, come back to finish the rest. That doesn't happen in the US and many places across the world, yet there are many advantages to having an intermission. Yes, people can go out and stretch their legs, go to the washroom, buy soda or popcorn, but what also happens is that when you go out with your friends or family, you talk about what happened in the first half of the film. I know that if there are things that you missed, your friends will be talking about it, and you will have a discussion about what happened in the film up to that point. That puts the audience in a much more engaged frame of mind to come back and watch the second half. That's an interesting notion. I think there's a lot of truth to that. I think, well, those prior two movies I listed as an example of movies with intermissions had them by necessity, because those movies were long as hell. But I'm wondering what, like, a shorter movie, like what would Thor: Love and Thunder be like if it had an intermission in the middle? Thor: Love and Thunder was really short, probably the shortest MCU movie. What would that be like if it had an intermission in the middle of it? Also, you have to wonder how it'll change filmmaking, rather than making a movie where the expectation is that your viewer is going to be sitting stationary from start to finish, and you're trying to pull them on to one long ride. What if you knew that there was going to be that break in the middle? How would your structure change? Right now, a lot of movies follow a conventional 3-act structure, but with that break in the middle, maybe it doesn't become a 3-act structure. Maybe that's a little weird and imbalanced. You will have the first half of the movie with acts 1 and 2, and then the second act of the movie would be all act, or the second half of the movie would be all act 3, which would be, climactically weird. So maybe it becomes a 4-act. Maybe it then becomes a 4-act thing. Interesting thing to consider. The Batman having an intermission. The Batman was also a long movie. It could have used one. I think the Batman could have used one. That movie, it could have used one, but it also could have used some editing. It felt like it kind of drug towards the end, unnecessarily so. But I think that movie could have benefited from having an intermission. Movies don't have to be long to be worthy of the theater. My shortest film, Marietta or Mana, I don't know if I'm pronouncing any of these right. I'm the worst with pronunciations. Which was about 2 hours and 10 minutes, had an intermission. The story, characters, the setup, demand was right. As movie makers, we always try to make it shorter. If everything I had on paper was put on film, RRR would have been 3 hours or 45 minutes instead of just 3 hours. Take note, Zack Snyder. There is a fear of the movie theater becoming obsolete, but to be frank, I never worried about whether people would come to RRR or not. That fear was not there. We've had movie stars for 35, 40 years going back in the Telugu industry, and we have made many movie stars since then. We as a team knew that people would come because of the setting and the 2 stars, Ram Charan and JRNTR. Interesting. Coming together. Movie stars still bring audiences to theaters. Well, that's interesting. That's a direct contradiction of what Quentin Tarantino was saying. Because if you were to listen to Quentin Tarantino, movie stars don't exist anymore. Like, people go in to see the characters and not the movie stars. But, you know, the director of RRR is saying that movie stars are bringing audience to theaters. I wonder if his experience in India is influencing that statement. That may be different. Maybe movie stars in Hollywood don't exist quite the way they used to. Maybe the evolution of movie stars into the evolution of character stars is the next evolution. It's either the next evolution of the Indian film industry, or it's a sign of America's film industry de-evolving. It's a devolution. Either way, there's a contradiction there that I think would serve as an interesting conversation point between those two. Either movie stars don't exist anymore, or movie stars still bring audiences to the theaters. I will say, as evidenced by the top of this article, RRR popped off in America without, I would imagine, a lot of Americans having ever heard of these two dudes. So it's not all movie stars. Like, sometimes you just need the spectacle. You need the spectacle and you need the word of mouth. I'm willing to bet that Top Gun Maverick probably wouldn't have done as well as it did if it didn't have that word of mouth also. So, you know, I think it's a confluence of things. But I also agree with this guy. I do think movie stars still exist and and can be used to bring people to the audience, to bring audiences to the theaters. Happens with a lot of third acts forever now. I can't seem to grasp why. I know that that the action in the Batman was added in later. It didn't have it originally. Oh, you mean that ending scene? Where, you know, they flooded the city and he's fighting those dudes? They should have, if that was added later, they should have kept it out, honestly, because it wasn't necessary. They didn't really, well, I don't think that's true. There was a component of that was necessary. There was a component of that was necessary, but to the epic extent that they drew it out, where like the people were flooded and like the thing was gonna fall in the water, and that was just too much. That was a lot going on there. But you know, it was such a great movie up until that point that it just kind of felt like, man, do we really got to do all this? But it's a Batman movie, so I guess the answer ultimately is yes. Let's talk about myself. If you just give me one shot of Tom Cruise in some kind of action sequence, I'm going to go watch the film, whatever it is. All right, well, this guy just disproved my point. Whether it's the Mission Impossible series or the Top Gun series, that's star power and big scale action. Those two reasons are enough. Tom Cruise action is enough, and I'm pretty sure, well, I mean, that's Tom Cruise's whole thing. I get the sense that Tom Cruise probably saw the writing on the wall with this a while ago, which is why he does all his own psychotic ass stunts, and probably some other psychological issues as to why he's doing all that. And I'm pretty sure that this is the case for many people, or for many people across the world. We need movie stars. But RRR also offers slightly different action than what we're given today. Hollywood action itself has become slicker over the years. Every skill has been greatly developed, but what's lacking is the emotional involvement for the audience when the action is happening. If you take Braveheart or Gladiator or even Black Panther, the big action set pieces have lots and lots of drama driving up those points. Oh man, Black Panther's third act should be left out of this one. Maybe some of the other moments in that movie, but not that third act. And even through action, we see drama happening that feels missing in present-day Hollywood films. The technique has evolved to a mind-bogglingly superb level, but one of the reasons why I like Top Gun Maverick is that I feel emotionally for the character. Tom Cruise brings me to the theater, but in the film, Maverick makes me feel for him. A few things like this were running through my mind as we developed RRR. One example is that we were talking and planning for a crucial action scene in which our hero Beam burst out of a truck with an army of caged animals from the very beginning. That was an awesome scene. When that happened, like, me and my friend, we were watching it together, we just burst out laughing because it's hilarious to see, but it also looks fucking wicked. That scene is the moment when the two friends realize that they've been pit against each other and are... Oh, slight spoiler. Sorry about that. We have built up that moment to the start with 2 or 3 scenes. We know these heroes are traveling in opposite directions, but then we build friendship between them. Blah, blah, blah. I always believe that action enhances the drama and the drama enhances actions. Each helps one another. So everything is set up for me up until this point. Now I just need to get into a position where I create an explosive moment visually. Let's see. Talks a lot more about the movie. I don't want to read into that. Musical sequences. He's talking about the musical sequences. The music, that dance battle is awesome, by the way. Like, I love it so much. Could this work in Hollywood? Do people think the Avengers couldn't dance? I would love to see the Avengers dance. Maybe. We'll see. I mean, there have been moments. I mean, you get the Guardians in the holiday special, and Star-Lord danced at the end of I mean, it wasn't a big dance sequence like this, but you know, America is much more demure about its flamboyant acts of rhythm. Public acts of rhythm. But this thinking can come through everywhere. I'm pretty sure if we have a fantastic comedy film and you have a laugh every 5 minutes, even if it is a very small budget for them and no stars in it, people are going to come to theaters and watch the film. And we need those films. If people come to the theater if people come to the theaters just for a few types of films and not the rest, then the industry is not going to survive. I think that's the main takeaway here. I think that's what really gets people bent up about superhero movies. When you hear film nerds and whatnot lament superhero movies, I think this is the root of that. Is if it's just Spider-Man and Batman that people are going to the movie theaters to see, and all of these other movies that are coming out, like, you know, The Northman, The Last Duel, or RRR even, if they're not going to the theaters to see those movies, then you can't just live. You can't have a diet of just cookies and ice cream. You know, you have to have the protein and broccoli. And that's not to say that it needs to be disgusting either. Like, you know, your meat and veggies can be, you know, many times more delicious than the cookies and ice cream in the right environments and prepared the right way. You just have to have that balanced diet. You got to balance the diet. That's what it's all about. Balancing our theater-going diet. Which is why I saw Violet Night in theaters a little while ago, which is great. What other movies have I seen? I wish I had a running log of movies I go see in theaters. I watched a couple of A24 movies. I generally not a big fan of a lot of those artsy A24 films, but I try to go see them anyways. I saw Men in theaters. What else have I seen in theaters recently? I can't recall. I really can't recall what all I've seen. I wish I had a running log. Maybe if I go to my app, look at my purchase history, it'll probably be embarrassing. I mean, there is a lot of superhero shit. Black Adam, Black Panther, Akira. Yeah, so they re-released Akira in theaters here, and I went and saw that, and that was awesome. It was always awesome to watch old anime on a movie theater screen. It looked great. Nope. I did see Nope in the theaters. Thor Love and Thunder. The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent, that Nick Cage movie. Nick Cage and Pedro Pascal. That was awesome to watch at theater. I love that movie. I need to rewatch it. Dune, and then we got to go back a ways. That was Unhinged. Unhinged, oh my god, that's not a good movie. But Unhinged, so in 2020, you know, everything shut down around mid-March, and the local theaters here started opening up, like experimenting with opening and having like limited capacities and all of that sort of stuff in August. And by that point, you know, it'd been so many months since we had gone. We went and watched a lot of movies at the drive-in. We have a drive-in movie theater here. And so we would just go to the drive-in and watch whatever they were playing. And, you know, saw a lot of really cool movies there too. But once the actual theater opened up, we tried to go. Well, we did go. And the first movie that they were playing was the Russell Crowe movie called Unhinged. That was a bad movie, but it was good to just, at that point, it felt good to watch a movie in the theater again, because it had been like four or 5 months. Oh man, then we're going way back. Ford versus Ferrari, Knives Out, Dr. Sleep, The Terminator, that was really cool. Rise of Skywalker, oof. Yeah, I try to see a lot of non-superhero movies in the theaters. I need to see more. And I recommend everybody out there going to do your part. Watch a non-superhero movie. Watch a superhero movie too. Watch them all. Watch what you can. For all my thoughts, there are things I want to learn from Hollywood. The reason why any director across the world would want to do Hollywood movies is because the kind of reach the story has. Fair enough. Hollywood movies are the biggest movies that reach the widest audiences, and any storyteller would want that. I have been doing movies for the past 20 years in a certain way. I have learned maybe in a certain way, so I'm exploring to see how I can learn methodologies or technologies or technical skills of the Hollywood process to see if I can make my films better and make myself a better filmmaker. We all need to be open in that way. But one thing will always be true is this. If I'm thinking about a scene, the first thing that comes up is a question. What makes me excited? And as the images start coming out, as the images start forming in my head, simultaneously I envision that scene playing out in a theater full of people. I will always imagine how a particular scene, a particular sequence, a song, a fight, anything will entertain the audience. That's our job. Okay, fair enough. I gave him shit. Well, I didn't really give him shit, but I warned him about, you know, jumping into the Hollywood meat grinder. But it sounds like he has a very good and a very valid reason for wanting to do that. So, you know, good luck to him. I'm definitely going to see whatever else he puts out next. But, you know, it was supposed to be a 100% detective story. Yeah, the Batman was a really well done detective story. I understand why they put in the action sequence. I mean, it is Batman, but it would have been a bold move, and it would have been a bold move that I would have 100% supported if they left that scene out of the movie. Non-superhero movies are easy peasy. Wait, what do you mean by easy peasy? Like easy to see, easy to watch, easy to make? Never liked drive-throughs. Well, I'd never been to one, honestly. I'd never been to one before the pandemic. It was just a way for me to watch movies and not in my living room. We watched a ton of movies sitting on the couch, and it was like, God, we got to get out of the house and do something. So, you know, we decided to go watch a movie at a drive-through, you know, and it was cool. It was a cool thing. You know, Blue Starlight drive-through. I got to make a point to keep. I feel bad because now that theaters are open, I feel like more and more people are going back to theaters and not supporting the drive-through anymore. And I want to make sure that the drive-through still gets its love. They really came through. They came through in a pinch. They came through for us during lockdowns. So I don't want to leave them in a lurch once we're all out and about. So I need to make a point. What are they playing? Let's see what they're playing. When my friend Lauren was here, Lauren was on the stream. We stream occasionally with one another, and she visited Texas. We saw Thor: Love and Thunder at the Downtown Skyline drive-through, which, you know, was pretty cool. It was pretty cool. But most of the time, I watch them at the Mueller location. So let's see what they have. Let's see what they have in their lineup. Elf, a very Hagrid and Harry Potter holiday. What? Violet Night. Okay, they're playing that there. That's a very cool drive-in movie. National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation in the Woods. So when they do In the Woods, basically, you park and then you literally walk into the woods some way into like this wooded area. And there's like a little area that they have cleared out. They have some like picnic tables and whatnot, and a projector and whatnot. So you're literally just sitting in the woods watching a movie. Don't know if I'd want to watch Christmas Vacation in that setting, but I did watch The Fog, John Carpenter's The Fog there. It was a Halloween showing. And whenever the fog appeared on the movie, whenever the fog appeared on the screen that they were projecting, they had fog machines that would shoot fog into like the woodland areas around us. So it was actually a really cool effect. And that's an awesome movie too, so I really liked seeing it there. Edward Scissorhands, Home Alone, Christmas, Bloody Christmas. Of course, Die Hard and Gremlins. The Shining. Okay, so they just got a bunch of Christmas stuff they're doing right now. I gotta make a point to go give these guys some love. I can't leave them abandoned. All right, I'm gonna jump into Tactics Ogre now. I've been playing this a lot off stream. Should I play Tactics Ogre or should I play Marvel's Midnight Suns? I've been playing Tactics Ogre a lot off stream. But I haven't played. I've been playing Marvel's Midnight Suns almost exclusively on stream. Maybe I should make Midnight Suns my. Maybe I should make Midnight Suns my. Well, you know what? I already have Tactics Ogre in my description. Do I really want to change all that shit? I don't know. Which one should I do? Should I do Midnight Suns or should I do Tactics Ogre? Gotta flip a coin. Heads is Midnight Suns. Tails is Tactics Ogre. Best 2 out of 3. Tactics Ogre. Tactics Ogre. All right, Tactics Ogre wins. The coin is spoken. Ogre, and Bianca has spoken, so Tactics Ogre overwhelmingly wins. Tactics Ogre. All right, where did I leave off? Oh, I'm in the middle of these battles. Oh, I wish I had a beast. I wish I had a Beastmaster. These fucking griffins fuck me up. These griffins fuck me up hard. I barely won that last battle. I had a gun full of ranch and I wasn't afraid to use it. A gun full of ranch? Alright, you don't, no, you stay back. You stay, actually, you know what? You stay exactly where you are. Oh wait, no, you were the wrong one. You were the wrong one. Okay, I'm sorry. You go here. You stay where you are. There we go. This game has a great soundtrack too. I'm gonna hang back with you too. Those Griffiths can cook you spell users pretty easily. Put my knight up front. Oh, she can reach him too? This is probably a bad idea. This is probably a bad idea rushing to engage these guys, but fuck them. Fuck them, we're doing it anyways. Oh, he knocked me back. Denim, you need to beef your shit up, dude. For a protagonist, you're kind of weak. You're kind of washed for a protagonist, man. Just saying. Oh shit, he's already going berserk. Alright, now it's his turn. Ah, he's got a fucking... God damn it. This is my first battle without my archer, so... we'll see how this goes. I guess I don't want to. Fine, do it. Oh, that's right. I've got double attack, so I can fuck him up. Oh shit. She's a bit of a beast now. She's better than she's better than fucking Denim. Can I put him to sleep? I'll ignore him if I can put him to sleep. Oh, dope. Awesome. Alright, we need to focus all our efforts on that other griffin then. While this one's asleep. Shit, he can't get there. I mean, I guess he could... if he doesn't give a shit about homeboy here, he can stab right through. I don't know if I want to do that. I'll just hang tight. Actually, he doesn't have any healing items. Hang tight. Why aren't you using meditate? Oh, this guy barely, what? Oh, this must have been the, yeah, we've been focusing on that guy. Can you move? Yeah, go there. Don't give him the ability to counterattack you. Should I attack the griffin or should I attack the mage? Mage. It's gotta be the mage. Ah, but then I get into the... I don't want to spread out my damage. If we're focusing... Oh, but that griffin... fuck it. Get the mage. Got her. Boom. Perfect. And with 2 shots, the mage was dealt with. Alright, that guy's asleep. Damn. They've identified her as a hoss. You know what? I am gonna move you up. Just in case I need you to be able to hit someplace else. What's this? 141. 111. The choice is clear. Don't walk away from the healer. Always run towards the healer. Actually, pick up that MP. Can you reach that? If he can. Nice. Huh. I don't think he'll be able to reach. Oh, he can, but he's gonna hurt my other guys. Why do you always... Okay, go here, and then use it on these two. Fine. She can finish this guy off. Man, I barely made it out of the last battle alive, and this time we're fucking cooking these dudes. Man, these griffins have so much health. Really? You shot him in the back? I guess he couldn't counter him for some reason. Alright, just sit tight then. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh man, they almost got her. That dude popped up angry. He woke up and chose violence for certain. Damn, alright, he wrecked him a bit with that one. God damn it, really? You don't have any fucking... Damn, he's got 9... If he had 1 hit point, this rock would have come in handy. But, I guess I can't move next to her. Who's up first? This guy's up first. Let me see if I can't put him to sleep. Boom. All right. Damn it. All right, Albin, that guy's all yours. Go get him. Damn. Took. Oh, they're gonna kill. Ah, well. You know what? We're about done with this anyway, so you're safe. You're not gonna perish. Oh, this guy's toast. I'm not even gonna attack because I want to get those other. Oh wait, what? Okay, I missed that. I missed that it was his turn next. Oh well, that doesn't change anything. That changes nothing. I don't think I'm gonna get that other one in time. I'm just gonna kill this dude. That's the annoying thing about this game, is the level caps. I'm gonna keep rolling with the same crew. We did such an awesome job that last battle. Let's see what we're up to this time. Who are these guys? Oh, there's a beast tamer. But are there any beasts? A beast tamer right there. No, that's not a beast tamer. That's like a dark knight or something. Oh, it's a dragoon. It's a dragoon. Okay, that's a new one. Swordmaster. That's a new one. Proceed with caution around this one. Should we meet them in the open field, or should we... They don't have any archers unless this Dragoon... Nope, he just has a sword. They have this mage, though. Let's meet him in the open field. Let's meet him in the open field. We'll just have to keep our back, watch our back with this guy up top. Preempt? What does preempt mean? I don't like the sounds of that. Until next attack turn, unit preempts incoming melee attacks with an attack of its own. Does not apply to attacks from outside the unit's attack range. Okay, so then spears or magic with this woman so long as she has that star. Interesting. Good thing I have this guy in my crew. Man, we're really juicing. Both sides are juicing themselves up before we meet in the middle of this field here. Oh, they're casting. Ah, coming for the ninja. Nice. Was he the only one that got hurt? Yeah, nobody else has taken damage yet except for him. I mean, up top, that is. Oh shit, here she is. That ain't too bad. That ain't too bad. She got a spear. Oh, she went to my healer. Mighty Impact. Mighty Impact. 278. Ooh, so close. So close to fucking wrecking her. Oh, critical. Damn. Even closer. Closer than I thought. Thought I'd ever get. Too bad Denim can't reach to finish the job. Wait, how many? She has 9 hit points. Alright, Denim, you work on this guy then. I was hoping I could get lucky and critical her right before this turn. Get her. Damn it. So close. I think it's her turn now. Damn. Mighty Impacto. She has pretty strong defense, I'll say that much. Damn it, that's gonna hit her. I wish you could control your berserk a little bit better, man. You pick the worst times. I guess I'll have to use Flaming Fist then, I suppose. Oh, I can't use flame. Well, fuck it. You're just gonna get hit. How many hit points do you have? Oh, this could kill her. When is this guy? Okay, this guy's at the back of the line, so she's got... I hope your defense saves you from this. Nope. Damn it. You fucking dick. I should have tried to recruit the swordswoman now that I think about it. But she's never successfully recruited anyone. Let's see if I can recruit her. Hey, you're getting your ass kicked. Why don't you join us? Never. All right, well, fucking die then, bitch. Die. Oh, god damn it. Don't worry, I've been listening, just multitasking. Oh, no worries. I'm deep in a zone here, so no worries. God, she moved out of range. I guess I'll just, Oh, she's still... Alright, well. Mighty Impacto. Not enough to drop this dude, but... Oh, she can do her other... 244. 22. She can... Okay, well... Do it. Got you. How was your life in Japan? Remember anything? Oh yeah, I remember all sorts of things. I was 8 when I moved there and 14 when I moved away, so it was prime years for me. And I was also living on a tropical island, so it was really the most awesome experience one could imagine to have growing up. All right, we gotta drop this guy. Let's hurry up and drop this guy. That guy's on coke now. He's all coked up. Stop going berserk, dude. Nothing's happening over here. Your berserk shit is getting our people killed. Oh, he can't make it down there. Throw a rock at him. Man! just to let him know that we haven't forgotten. In fact, we're gonna fucking... Oh, man, she just has all sorts of MP. I don't know why. Mighty Impacto. Wrecked. That's the end of that. An island of all things. LOL, a cat. Any cats? No cats. Lots of snakes, though. Lots of snakes. Language the hardest thing to remember for you? It comes and goes. If you don't, like, the adage, if you don't use it, you lose it, is very true when it comes to languages. So, you know, not having lived there for so long, I've forgotten a lot of what I did know. We're just barnstorming through. What is this area we're at? Keep the same crew. They're doing a lot of damage. Oh, there's an old man. Who's the old man? Addison. Oh, he's not old. He looks old in the little sprite. He's another sword master. Maybe I should try to recruit him. Ninja, Swordmaster, Dragoon, Terror Knight. Oh boy. This is gonna be a Kunoichi. This is gonna be a little tougher than the last battle. We got to deal with that Terror Knight, I think, first and foremost. I don't like that. I don't like... Fuck it. Go there. Berserk again. God damn, dude. Terror Knight. I got rid of my Berserk, but... Go there. Don't waste your mother's blessings like that. Oh, you can't even heal. You should have meditated before you did that. Seven. I should get some light spells. Oh shit. Oh, she has a bow too. Oh, he's got a blowgun. All right, we gotta deal with that guy. Kills Devin, let's go? What does that mean? Oh, I can reach this guy, good. Get him. So close. Got him. I don't know who's next on the docket. I mean, that ninja's right in front of us. Actually, that Terror Knight's right in front of us, so I can't reach him. Damn it. Damn, I can't do shit. What the fuck? How much can he hurt? How much can he put the hurt on this ninja? Good amount. Let's go there. Kill him, typo. Okay. That's a lot less threatening sounding, so I'm okay with that. Up here comes the swordsman. Here comes the other swordsman. Harvest day. Oh wait, no, that's the. Wait, is that a who? What the fuck? What is this? Oh, she's healing. She's healing. Lame. Is she a? I thought that was a swordsman. Do swordsmen have that? She had a fan. She is a swords master. Harvest dance. Okay, I guess swords masters can use AoE heal spells. Lame. Maybe I should try putting someone to sleep. 55, 57, 43. I'm gonna try putting the Terror Knight to sleep. Got him. Awesome. I wish she could attack and pick up this power up. She can... What's Dark Blade? Oh, she can. I mean, all of these guys are out of range, unfortunately, but I can get one of these two. What is Dark Blade? A medium range, one-handed katana attack that deals slashing damage to this. Okay. I could also use one of these spells. $63, $64, $60. Just a little bit amount, just a little baby amount of damage. I'm okay with that. Ah, shit. Other ninja's coming. All right, we're gonna have to beef up our game here. Sand spider. Oh, really? All three dropped on her? How come I don't ever get that concentrated distribution? Well, this time. Oh wait, I know why. Okay. No, it doesn't make sense. Some of those should have dropped on these other two. It doesn't make sense that. Putting someone to sleep. I'm sorry, I won't be mean anymore. Wreck. Damn it. Awesome. You got some skills, Denim. You don't completely suck. Oh, nice, and you got a magic leaf, too. I guess I can attack her through Denim. That's probably not advisable, but I guess I could jump down. I'm gonna jump down here instead. Pincher attack. Get him from behind. Damn, she can't move up anywhere. Now is the time when you want to go berserk. Look, see how these motherfuckers are lined up? Going berserk would be perfect right here. But bitch, you didn't do, fuck, you know what? I'm gonna see if I could scum this. I'm gonna see if I could scum this. He doesn't want to go berserk all of a sudden. Nice. Yeah, he's hurting. Oh, shit. Mother's blessing on top of it. Yes, heal Albin. Go heal Albin. He needs it. Oh, she can't reach him? Really? God damn it, are you kidding me? She can't reach him. Fucking lame. You just hold on to that then. Oh, shit. He really needs the heal now. Got her. Got her on the counter. Good job. I don't have to waste a turn on that one anymore. What is this? Oh, he's got to stun someone. Ah, I stunned my ninja, you fucking dick. What are you doing? Damn it, I forgot that I wanted to recruit one of them. Oh well. This guy's gonna pop up awake anytime soon anyway, so I may as well give him one hell of a rude wake-up call. Now he's going berserk when he's surrounded by allies. The only time this motherfucker wants to go berserk is when he's surrounded by allies. There we go. Oh, shit. Damn it. Well, she stumbled one of those times. Still out of fucking range. God damn. Gon's Grim has raided you with a party of 8. Yo! Thanks a lot for the raid, Gon's Grim. Hope you had a great stream. I appreciate the raid. To the party of 8. What's up? Welcome. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the Nerdcast. I am deep in a bout of in a game of Tactics Ogre here. Figured I'd stop by and say hi. It's Vince. Oh, hey, what's up, Vince? How you doing? Sorry I missed your chat earlier. Like I said, I'm deep in it. I'm deep in it. Was raiding you, Devin. How you doing? Hey, what's up, Toaster? I'm doing pretty good. Hope you're having a good night yourself. First time chat for Gon's Grim. Hello, hello. Yo, what's up, man? Nice meeting you. Thanks for the raid. Happy to have you in here. Hope your night's going well. All good. Just changed my Twitch name back to fit with Eve. Oh, that's right. You're doing Eve Online. I forgot about that. How is Eve treating you nowadays? I haven't actually seen you. I haven't seen you online in a bit. What am I doing here? All right. Just so long as all right, let's drop this ninja once and for all. Having a great night. Was listening to music while playing Daggerfall. Nice. Nice, Daggerfall. Oof. I've been thinking about Daggerfall lately. I put way too much time into that game, but my spell sword character, my spell sword werewolf character is see, what the fuck? Why? How could she concentrate it on one person like that? The other dude was standing right next to her. It should have hit them both. Mostly same. I streamed a couple hours ago, the other day. Recently got a job. Oh, nice. Awesome. Congrats. Not enough juice to recruit. Don't want to attack this dude. You know what? Move up. Ah, he doesn't. Why doesn't he ever have any fucking MP? All right, attack this guy. That game is hard to top as far as first-person dungeon crawlers go. I've been looking, man. I'll be straight up honest with you. After I beat Daggerfall the first time, I've been desperately patrolling for another first-person RPG to get into, and I grabbed a Might and Magic one, like a Dark Legacy of Might and Magic, I think is what it was called, but it didn't work. I couldn't get it to launch on Steam. Oh shit. He wrecked her hard. I couldn't get it to launch on Steam, so I had to refund it. And my buddy Justin was actually telling me about an old GT Interactive game. I forget what it was called. We watched it. We watched a trailer of it on stream not too long ago. I'll have to ask him what it was. It looked old school for certain. It almost looked like a FMV game, which is funny because I've been ranting at length recently about how I wanted FMV games to make a comeback. But I'll have to get the name of that game and figure out if it's something I can actually purchase and pick up. I hear Might and Magic are pretty close. Yeah, that's what I've heard too. I remember the thing is, I remember reading a lot about Might and Magic when I was in high school, but I just wasn't into role-playing games like that back then. I was more into Japanese role-playing games rather than Western style ones, so I never gave it a shot. 171. 373, holy shit. Wait, maybe I should just sit back here and unleash this dude on him. Dark Blade. God damn. How is my archer turned ninja a bigger damage dealer than the main character? Wait, what's this guy's at? 241? Alright. This is about to be over. I just want to see if I can get all these little bags before I'm done. Ultima Underworld is also like on the very first ones of its kind. Ultima, like the old school Ultima games, I have a really hard time getting into, to be honest with you. Like, you're talking about the top-down pixely ones, right? I don't know if they ever made like a first-person Ultima style game. Maybe they did. I mean, they made like what, 9 of them? Let me see if I can put this dude to sleep again. I just want to get that last bag over there. How are the kittens doing? They're doing good. Suki, the black cat, she's getting fat. I think she's eating out of boredom. So like, I try to play with them whenever I can, but you know, she's really taken to the pebbles down there, to the kibble. But they're good. They're happy little kitties. All right. Nice. No, there's one that is a first person under the Underworld series. It led to Elder Scrolls Arena, which preceded Daggerfall. Oh, okay. I didn't know that there was a Underworld. I guess that's what you said, Ultima Underworld. I've never heard of that one. I'll have to look into that. That's dope. I'll have to check that out. I mean, I used to work for the dude that made the Ultima series, who I affectionately refer to as the Willy Wonka of the video game industry. He was a super nice guy, though. Awesome. Job well done, guys. It's definitely old school, but looks cool. Okay, I'll check it out then. I'll check that one out for certain. This level cap shit's really starting to bother me. Alright. And what? I've got 2 more now until I conquer all of this. Man. I haven't eaten dinner yet, so I'm starting to get hungry. I may have to... I hate to raid and run, but I do need to get some sleep before work. Have a great stream. Hey, I appreciate that, man. Thank you for raiding me. And hope you have a good night. And honestly, I'm on like maybe 4.5 hours of sleep, so I should probably do the same and get myself some rest before tomorrow's work. So I may bounce here in a bit, but I appreciate the raid. It's great meeting you. Hope to see you again. I'll follow your stream and see what you're all about in the world of Tamriel. If I leave, is that gonna reset all this? Do I have to do all this in one fell swoop? I guess there's no reason for me to leave. May as well just do this. This crew has been slaughtering. They've been killing it, so why change? Oh shit, wait, there are dragons on this map. Kinknos? Oh my god, that guy has a ton of hit points. Do they all have hit points like this? I guess so. Alright, this is gonna be... This is gonna be Thunder Dragon. This probably isn't gonna end very well for me. I'm gonna retreat from this battle. What do I lose? Well, it looks like I don't lose anything from retreat. That's fine. I'm gonna save though. I should have been saving. I've been too deep into this game. I haven't been thinking normally. I've just been barnstorming my way through this forest like the Golden Horde. But I'm gonna save before I give this one a shot, because I have a feeling it's not gonna end in my favor. I really wish she could get the meditate skill. Let's not meet these people in the open field. Let's just kind of prep for their arrival, which seems imminent. Oh shit, what the fuck? I didn't even notice the ones that were right next to us. So minor. What? The dragon has a blowgun? Alright, little dragon guy. Hate to do this to you, but you're about to get fucking wrecked. I guess maybe I should have. I guess they don't deal that much damage, but if they start using specials and shit, then I may be a little sunk. Of course he goes berserk. When only my allies are around will he ever go berserk. And he could hit this dude, but that would require him punching my guy in the process. He doesn't, yeah, you know, I'm gonna do that because he's not gonna do a lot of damage to him. Fine, that's acceptable. Probably not wise to split my party up like this, but whatever. Whatever. I wasn't coming into this thing anticipating a win anyways. I'm gonna keep you in the middle because I may need you to cast healing spells in either direction. But you got it. Oh my god. She's not meditating. What's the little fairy guy doing down there? Oh, you dickhead. Coming for you still. Damn, so close. What? The grass is in the way? What kind of bullshit is that? There we go. Damn it, the one guy I want to hit I can't get to. Nice. Yeah, he's taking some hits. He's okay. She's okay. He's okay. She's okay. Everyone's okay so far. So far, everyone's okay. She's gotten dinged up a bit. I'm gonna heal her. Wait, what happened? Did I heal? Oh shit. Yeah, she got healed. What's that fairy guy do? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Alright, Veronica, or Veronique. Veronique, you may have to go and deal with the fairy guy. Let's see if I can put a dragon to sleep. Gotcha, bitch. Damn. can't reach. Alright, deal with the dragon then. Mighty Impacto. Nice. Oh, nice. So close. Alright, we aren't gonna fuck with the dragon that's sleeping. That's all he can do is just move a space. She needs to be healed. Who else needs to be healed? She does. She does. Too bad that dragon's in the way. There he is going berserk again. She is definitely in need of oh no. Who is this? Oh, she just has a vendetta against Veronique. Oh man, they're fucking ganging up on her. They almost dropped her. Deal with this guy. Oh, he woke up. No. No. All right. You son of a bitch. Damn, that's gonna do a ton of damage to this little fairy creature. Oh shit! Whoa. Damn, alright, this guy. I think he might have racist feelings towards fairies. Fucking critting him like that. Damn, that made me suspicious of him all of a sudden. Alright, let's hurry up and deal with this guy. Man, this guy has This guy has health. Fucking for real. $128. What does this do? Alright, so that was nothing. Ice Blast, 98. Alright, well then we're gonna go at Lightning Bow. Go ahead and get that bag. You earned it. You earned it. Get the bag. Oh, that's it? Leather gloves? Damn, so close. Pincher, pincher, pincher. Yes! The deed is done. Alright, well, we didn't all die. The healer died, but it wasn't the final death. Level cap. Oh shit, what the fuck? There's so much more to this? Untrodden marsh? Do I have to do all this all over again if I withdraw? You know what? Let me save. And then I'm gonna withdraw and see. Oops. God damn it, it does. It does. Well, do I keep all my other shit? Good day. Okay, it looks like I do. Alright, well, you know what? Whew. I'm gonna have to marathon those maps, you know, when I have more time. I started the stream a bit late. I've been doing this for about 3 hours now. It's almost midnight. I guess I didn't start late. I started the stream earlier than usual. It just feels later. I'm starving though, and I want to get some food, so that's exactly what I'm gonna do. To the new viewers to the stream, welcome. Thank you for following me, Wave Bowman, Gonsgrim. Appreciate the raid and the follow. Yeah, this was a fun night. This was a good night of streaming. I'm just gonna have to. This was a long day. This week has been super annoying. And this was an incredibly annoying, incredibly long day at work. And I'm likely gonna have to repeat the process tomorrow. So, on 4.5 hours of sleep, I'm kind of a little fried right now. I'm definitely gonna get some food, and then I'm probably gonna try. I'll probably try to watch some more of that Dragon Age anime. I know that I'm probably not gonna make it all the way through, but I'll give it an honest shot. I'll give it another honest shot. So that's probably what the rest of my night's going to consist of. But I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your night. Thank you for joining me as always. It's been fun. Tomorrow is Wednesday. I might stream. I don't know. I might not actually, now that I think about it. I've got a lot of stuff I need to do before the weekend. My family's doing their annual Christmas get together at my sister's. and we're doing a gift exchange, and I need to make sure that I get, you know, all of my shopping done before then. So, actually, you know what? Oh, there's so many things that are up in the air right now. I might stream tomorrow, I might not. If not, then I'll be streaming on Thursday, and I'll see you guys then. So, take care, enjoy the rest of your night.